Clown down.
Fuck out of here. You went down with the clown.
I guess you informed Mom and Dad that Bua died. They didn't know before you told them.
I told Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He forgot how to count this time.
Whoa. Wildly uninteresting. Guess what? We have gotten to an even number.
Yeah.
Episode 140.
Yeah.
I thought this was 139. And I thought this was also going to be a guess what? There are no buttons. No batteries in the button.
Well, you didn't get me
I was
this
going to
time.
be distraught.
I should start carrying batteries around with me constantly just in case.
Yes.
You're going to hook it up if it does.
I came prepared for this.
Welcome back to the show. Rest in peace to Bua.
Yeah.
To Bua Brock? Or is it? Oh, yeah, Bua Brock. Mm-hmm. That's a cool name. Bua Brock. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
I hope you crossed over well. I hope I watched a lot of NDEs. They were all pretty much the same. And you get greeted by past family members and friends that have died, and they help you across that threshold.
Well, if you had read Sarah's article that she sent you twice, you'd know that that's part of the body just calming you.
Dude, look, I know what they say.
I
know what they say, but and that's what that article is pointing towards is the fact that it's like a breakdown of cells and shit. I've heard that before. People, they try to put a scientific spin on it and shit like that, but the thing they can't explain the people in the room that they can tell what the person in the hallway was saying and doing, and they can travel while they're there and shit like that. Some of them, not all of them. But
To Italy.
That wasn't even an accent. The Italian people. Italy. So look.
You
what
caught
that
your
was.
hat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on my knee.
It just never came back down.
on my kneecap.
I was like, that was a lot happening at once, and I'm a little behind.
So that's all those NDEs tell me that you meet up. But so what I've found about that, look, so a lot of them will say, I met, let's say, Jesus on the other side or God on the other side, right? Which is always accompanied by them saying it was like this bright, beautiful light, and I saw his face or it was just a bright, beautiful light, and I just knew it was Jesus.
He was eating risotto.
And then, so when they come out,
Jesus thing to
every
do.
single one of them that tell their story is saying, and I'm not even like a Christian like that and shit, right? For them to say that, okay, that's like somebody, so you grow up and your family's Christian and shit like that, and then you don't believe in it, right?
Right.
Your whole life, pretty much everybody wants to sign from UFOs, from Jesus, because you want proof of something, anything that people have made up, So,
Sasquatch with a jetpack.
Yeah. They may not believe in Jesus per se, and then when they see it, they figure that that's the proof that they need it. Now they can be Christians without shitting on themselves for having blind faith towards something that has no proof,
I
So
had
now
faith,
they can say
now I believe it.
yeah. So now that's, I think a lot of the times, because I was questioning myself, I'm like, well, this is implying that, okay, Jesus exists, God exists in heaven and shit like that. Right. But I got to thinking, I'm like, no, you know what? If you were, whatever your main belief was, in the family when you were raised and shit, even if you don't follow that religiously as you grow older, you still have that deep down in you, like, because you got out of the church in Christianity thinking like, I don't, there's no proof and shit like that. But you always want proof. I want proof of aliens.
Yeah,
and
proof
Jesus.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want proof?
I wonder if...
But you're never going to get it.
You're never going to get it.
Never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it. I wonder, you know how like when you have dreams, there's someone there, it'll have like your face, but it's like, oh, I know it wasn't you though, because it was, mom or fucking whoever. You can, it's just
You
like
feel
their
energy.
Yeah, their energy is just kind of what it is. I wonder if that could be part of it. Like they know, while they've never met Jesus or whoever it is, they're like, well, it has to be.
know.
I can experience the energy. So Jesus.
So,
Or like, do you think
It turns out it's just some mechanic from Minnesota they saw one time.
it's Joe? Yeah. I wonder though, I mean, would you know his energy? Do they know it while they're there that that's Jesus, or they come back and they're like, "Oh, okay, that has to be."
Oh,
No, they
that's who
say
that
it while they're
was.
there.
Okay.
And that like the light and Jesus being the light as well, walk them through everything and teach them lessons while they're there and show them, because they all speak of this one thing too. They're like they can see every outcome of everything, every outcome of everything, every inside of everybody's soul, what they're thinking and feeling, and you're a part of this like thing that has no time or no boundaries or anything, and you're just a part of every moment that has ever existed, all at the same time. Like all your thoughts and hopes, stuff like that. You can feel it of the whole entire world. And they all speak of that. They're like, I could see, millions and millions of souls and spirits that have been and are on earth, and I could hear their thoughts. I could see their emotions. I could see their dreams and wants. But they can't explain it. They're like, I couldn't see it, but you could see it, in their mind.
Infinity Unleashed.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think that, I don't know, it's weird. Now, I don't think a lot of people stop to ask themselves, the fuck am I doing here? Like, what the fuck is this thing? I've talked about it before, but it fucking baffles me when people are driving through traffic just not giving a fuck and just, like, being reckless.
Not giving a fuck.
What the fuck is
Why
this?
would they give a fuck?
I know. I guess not. If you have eternal life in some fucking boundless place, why would you? It's rough, though.
I don't know.
I'm stuck in traffic, but I don't give a shit because I'm an immortal light.
If I knew for certain that I would go to a good place, and if I knew for certain that it wouldn't hurt that bad going, because I know after the fact it wouldn't, but man, you better fucking kill me, dude, because if it hurts that bad, I don't want to hurt. But a lot of those people say once the pain got to a certain level, it all drifted away. And it's like I talk about my out-of-body experiences. Like, I'm like, it's so real. And even if I, in the middle of the night, the AC's on, it's cold as shit in the house, in that space, I feel warm and comforted, and I can walk around, butt naked if I wanted to, and I'd be warm and comforted and loved. And it's so real and peaceful and blissful. And they talk about that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it gets better than those out-of-body experiences that I had, if it's better than that, I don't think I'd come back. Why the fuck would I come back to, aside from Sarah and you and stuff like that?
No. You made your point.
You get it, though.
You're not looking to come back. And that's fine. We're better off without you.
If I get the choice, boy, I'm like, nope, I'm not going back. He's going to have to drag my ass back.
If you die before me, I'm putting this in your casket.
Oh, I will fucking
you don't have a
murder you.
casket.
No,
I'll just put it next to the tree.
Yeah, bury it with me under the tree.
Mm-hmm. It'll just like be stuck on hype until the batteries die.
We're going to need new batteries.
I'll kill you. I'll come back and murder the fuck out of you. As a baby. Like, I'll be a spirit and a baby's thing, and I'm like, I have a vendetta
Remember
against
me,
this
bitch?
I'll keep looking behind me. There's always a baby with a knife.
Yeah.
Like, why does this baby keep showing up?
That's right.
Clearly,
It's
it's
me.
Adam.
Yeah.
I'm going to end up being committed.
I'm not even wearing anything revealing. What does this baby want with me? Fuck, that's Adam's ghost.
So that's,
Yeah, it is.
I think, like, I would hope that, boo, especially in the COVID stuff, you get to a certain point where, I mean, it's just so painful. You get fever dreams and stuff. You know how those go. And you just drift off when you're really, really sick. So hopefully when she was at her worst, she was nowhere even on this planet. She was, like, way off in that blissful realm, just hanging out with the light.
Just chilling with the light.
Chilling with the light, man.
Yeah.
If you're bad enough, don't they put you into like a medically induced coma?
Yeah, and she was.
Yeah.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, I
so
thought
for a lot of it, you would just be,
You'd be
you
in
have
there.
no idea what's going on.
A guy on there too, listen to his if you get a chance. It's just say Indiana. The guy was in a coma for 2 weeks, man. And he said he spent multiple, just fucking shitloads of lifetimes on like a beach and chilling in that blissful place on it, with his buddies that had died previously. And he said that just one day out of the blue in this infinite timeline, he looks at his buddy and he was like, hold on, aren't you dead? He's like, how are we doing this if you're dead? And he said,
The record scratches. Hold up.
he closed his eyes. He said this there's no proof of it. But he closed his eyes in that realm, right? And he was like, when I open them, he's going to be gone. I'm going to be on the beach by myself. He opens them after an infinite amount of time in this fucking space. And he opens his eyes and he's in the hospital bed. He had woke up after a 2-week coma and he was like pretty much, who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
I've been, playing hooky, and you got to come back to this and go to work.
You gonna put me back on the beach?
Yeah.
No. Get to stocking speakers.
Yeah. Go back to that shitty job you had.
I wonder why some people have experiences like that and other people's don't. Other people's. Other people's doesn't.
Maybe it's how close you are to that edge.
To the brink.
To death.
I believe Katie said she didn't experience anything. She was, woke
You say
up
you
and
didn't?
it was, a month later or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just the level of wrecked that you are, and then
That's I mean,
your personal kind of viewpoint of things.
Yeah.
you woke up after your time and just was like, what happened? Because you're like,
Yeah. So what the fuck?
That's that would be a wild feeling too. I always think about like waking up in the ditch and just not knowing anything. It was so weird. But I think it's that if you got to be close to that edge to where you're pretty much like your body's giving up on you to get there. Because I feel like if your brain, like you had a head injury, so your brain was just resetting itself. It's not like I'm dying. I just got to reset, and it took days and days to do so.
I don't remember what death is.
I don't even know death. Because I think about mine, and I'm like, well, maybe, I'd like to think that I was close to death and shit like that, but I wasn't. My brain was just like...
The battle scar.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you wouldn't be.
I know. That's
It's fucking absurd.
I just think that, my brain was like, give me a second, man.
Yeah.
It shut off so that I wouldn't hurt myself.
Yeah.
I think. So I went tense and all that. It just shuts down because it's like ragdoll style,
Yeah.
You ghost ride my
style.
body and just...
Yeah,
Get out there and flail like a muppet. You're doomed.
When I overdosed, I just came to... I knew exactly what was going on. I knew exactly where I was, what was happening, and... nothing occurred while I was out, like just nothing at all.
You know what's...
And I instantly cried. I was like, fuck, I'm so fucked.
You know what's shitty is that it was like February or some shit, January.
I actually have no idea.
But it was cold. I remember that,
Yeah.
right? And they cut off all my clothes except for my
It was
underwear
January,
in a
you're right.
motherfucking ditch, and I was already soaking wet, and I was shivering. And then they cut my clothes off, and I was fucking like pretty much butt naked. I had boxers on. That was about
Some
it.
hot chick and a gay dude with a crustache. Like, oh yeah.
We're gonna have to cut them. Cut them off. I want to see this thing.
And they cut mine off too, but they put a blanket over me, and then as they went to take me in, the blanket just flew off. I was like, well, thanks.
Yeah, because it was windy as shit.
Way to secure that.
Fucking freezing, and everyone saw my belly.
But that's what you wake up fucking 4 days later. What is 4? I said 4. I always say 4. Is it 4 days later?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it was just a day or two.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You wake up later and it's just like where I'm at. That would be a weird one. And if I actually had full on amnesia, I would hate that. If I knew all my the long term memories, if I had some of those left. Yeah, like childhood, like I knew my name and shit, but I didn't know anything that was in the last 10 years.
Can I do kick flips?
God, yes, I can. No, that's dude. I fucking tried to skateboard for a very long time and could never get a kickflip. I could do
What the
pop.
hell?
I don't
Oh,
get
you
it.
could do
I
other
gave up.
shit.
Yeah, but I gave up. I was like, well, if I can't do a kickflip, I don't deserve to be on a skateboard.
Well,
A
I don't know.
kickflip just never made sense to me.
no.
It seems impossible. Everything else I can get. I can comprehend how it's done.
You flick it.
Kickflip makes no sense.
Flip that shit.
Yeah, I had buddies, man, and they could do it. And the guy was like, man, just spend a whole weekend or 2 weeks fucking just every day out there. He's like, no matter how long it takes. And I'm like, I spent a couple of days on it.
Get out there, man. Don't quit.
Don't quit, man. But I'm all for fucking like being shitty at something. But I couldn't get a kickflip. And I was just like, well, fuck this. And then I saw a dude like rack himself coming down like a set of steps.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, I'm done. Yeah, I don't need this.
Yeah,
Just
dude,
wear a
like,
couple of the
if
time.
you suck at piano, you don't run the risk of your nuts leaking out.
Exactly.
You know?
That
Yeah.
would be weird. It'd be a very weird threat.
Ooh,
to
that
have.
was a terrible chord.
That'd be a rough one, man. I'm all for it, but no, it's a risk I don't want to take.
What if there was like a compartment underneath the piano where if you hit the wrong key, bam, right into
All
your
right, slices.
Punctures, yeah.
Yeah, dude. You ever seen the video online where the guy sits in that barber chair and then the thing comes up through the chair, like right where his anus would be,
Yes.
and then he gets up and people look at it like, I wonder how real that is.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's good. You have to look at it.
So really real.
So really real.
I
But who
always thought
knows?
they were just like joke things.
Oh,
It's just like
maybe.
fucking with people.
Yeah, I always thought it was serious because that would be like sliding right in you like that. That's just another level of fucked up. And your shit just must be loose, you know?
Yeah, that shit definitely didn't go in. Plus, you're wearing pants and everything. It's not like it ripped
I don't know.
through and
Right.
My
went
mom
to
was
your
working
asshole.
in the
You got loose enough
ER.
pants.
I don't know how true this is because they were probably doing some weird shit at the campsite, but she was working in the ER and a guy comes in and goes, hey, I got a flashlight stuck in me. I was camping and I sat on it and went through my pants and up my anus.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Anytime
Million to one
someone,
shot, Doc.
it's not happening. Anytime someone says this is what I was doing and they have something stuck in their ass, they were
Yeah.
doing butt stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. People stop saying stories. Just
Everybody
say,
knows.
friend,
say I was doing butt stuff.
my
and
friend
it got
was
stuck.
playing with this flashlight.
Yeah,
got
and my
stuck.
asshole.
The friend was with him too, man, which was the weirdest thing. I would not go to the doctor with the dude that I just shoved a mag light in his ass. I wouldn't go with him. That's your fault, bro. Like,
Going to Nixon mask.
It'd be awesome.
can't be seen. I don't want to be seen by this.
So if I got something stuck in my ass, you wouldn't go with me?
Oh, I would, yeah, but maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
It
look
depends.
at
I
him.
know.
He's not
It
going.
depends. It depends on like what it is. Maybe.
You're on your own, bitch.
Well, I mean,
I
if
told
you-
you to not put that there.
If you put it up there,
Yeah. But what if
you
what
better
if you were just
accompany me.
what if you were having that like an exploratory weekend with your buddy, right? And you were like, maybe I'm gay, I want to try, right?
Yeah.
Do you mean
And then-
her?
No, me.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I'm shoving a flashlight in his ass just to see if I like it, right? Just to
could-
see if it's something cool. And then I'm like, it progresses really quick. You get it stuck in your ass and you got to drive to the ER. Like, we're getting serious.
So did you like
I don't
it?
know if I'm gay or not.
No, I guess I could understand that if it's not like your significant
Yeah.
other, you're just exploring, you know. Sure,
Yeah, it sounds
let
to
him
me
go
like he
alone.
just avoided answering your question
I
to ponder his homosexual possibilities.
It happens often. I used to be sitting in the truck and Sarah be talking about cats, and I'd be like, "Am I a
Am I
homosexual?"
gay? Yeah.
Adam, can you come help me with the dinner? Oh, maybe I am gay.
That's why
shit.
you don't ever answer me when I'm talking.
Yeah, I'm just drifting off thinking about dicks.
Figure it out, man. Cut these potatoes in the meantime.
That's
I
right,
love
man.
it.
You know, often it happens. But you know, I don't know. I'm not. I would go with you for sure though. But
Yeah.
I would laugh a lot of the time. You'd be all serious.
Well, yeah, because I had something stuck in my ass. I'd be in
Well,
pain
you
probably.
know.
Yeah, I
Sure.
can
At least
imagine.
kind of uncomfortable.
I can
Now,
imagine a mag light.
If you would genuinely like sat on it instead of like trying to put it in there for
Oh, yeah.
pleasure,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
he would have to go with you and like tell everyone. No, she genuinely accidentally
Oh,
sat
yeah.
on it.
yeah. It
This
was,
was not butt stuff. This was just sitting. The fucking cat put it there.
oh my
kidding.
god.
Which
The-
one? Does it matter?
Yeah. Why? Does it make a difference? It's gonna make it easier to get out if you know it was jackhammer.
yes.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds painful.
We know his methods.
He's been here before.
Hook it a little to the left and pull it out.
I'm happy to know now that there is a word for kind of what we think. But I guess you're on that same line a little bit. What do they
We'll
call
see.
it? Let's see. I try to remember it, but it was weird. But they're talking about like children and having children, and you're against it. It was in.
Oh man, I was thinking about that on the way over here.
Yeah, I try to remember the motherfucking word, and I couldn't remember it. But it's called like
Antinatalism?
anti-natalism.
I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
Yep. That's it. Good one.
Interesting.
I said, and I don't know where I was going. But yeah, and I'm so glad that there is a phrase for it. There is a thing that they put on it, and you can say, I am, antinatalism. Antinatalism.
Yeah.
So I'm glad there's a word for it, but I'm also
That means you don't want babies.
Oh, did you not? Did
People
you not
shouldn't
get that?
have babies. I figure she was putting
babies.
it together, but
Well-
for all the idiots at home,
Oh, it's for when you don't want to have kids.
yeah,
Well, and what I heard was when you're against babies having babies.
babies.
It's like, what? Why? Who wouldn't be against babies having babies? I was fighting with myself.
So I'm more comfortable knowing that there's they have studied that and they've put that together because, it makes you feel bad. And I think because we live in a Christian nation, but I think there's a vast majority of people, and how he said, he brought up the point that it's truly unfair for you to bring a child into this world when there are so many that don't have homes already. Mm-hmm. You're bringing one in, and it's quite literally what is it? It's not useless, but you're bringing in another, and there's abundance of it. So we don't need it. Whatever that word would be.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been forever since I watched it.
Oh.
But yes.
Yeah, you get the word. There's a word for that, right?
I mean, it's just adding to the overall suffering of humanity.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you want to reduce that, adopt.
Yeah. Reduce the suffering in a kid's life that is going to inherently suffer, like bad.
But then they drew out the graph
Yeah.
over the phases. It's like, if you really want to mathematically minimize human suffering, just have an ass load of humans that are all like super low on the pleasure meter, which I thought was weird.
That is.
But I guess that way they can't perceive suffering in the same way if you keep them low on the happiness scale.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
I got it.
There was a wide variety of people, like their approaches to it. It's like, well, we can reduce suffering overall. Maybe life isn't that great to begin with. We need fewer people. And then there were like the emo kids who were like, oh, I didn't ask to be born.
Oh, yeah. The dude, which he only sued his parents for like one, or one
That was
US
kind of
dollar.
funny. I
That was
related
good.
to that because I used to tell the rants, I was like, I didn't ask to be born. Give me what I want.
That's right.
But, yeah.
But I always felt that way. Like
Spoken
even with
like
my
a
parents,
spoiled
I'm
brat.
like, I don't want. Technically, if I could have perceived this or been asked when I was a kid, like, is this what you want out of life, or if whatever, I would be like, no, I would stay whatever void that we were in before we got here. I'd be like, no, I'll just chill out here. Ask me again in another, infinite amount of years.
Yeah.
Go ahead and ask me.
Well, let's say you have the option to stay in the void, so to speak, and you don't want to come out to be born in 1990. Okay, I was thinking maybe 91, but great. All right, so you don't want to come out and be born in 1990.
Yep.
Would you say, all right, maybe in 2109, that's when I'm coming out?
If I could see what the world is like before I come out, like not I don't want to know everything, but I'd like to know where everybody stands, where we at on the peace treaties and fucking wars and shit like that. Let me know.
Well, I mean, in 1990, we weren't at war, were we?
No.
When
It was a Desert Storm.
When was Desert Storm? That's what I was
I
going
want to say that was 92.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though. I'm no military buff.
I think if I came
But,
out and I saw, who the fuck was the president? Oh no, George Bush Sr. I would be like, nah, I'm
G-Dub-1.
gonna stay here for a minute. Let me
Wait.
come out when Obama gets.
Anyway.
That'd be all right with being born in the 90s.
Speaking of
Well, I
presidents,
was just
though,
thinking Twin Peaks was starting, so
Got to get there so you can watch it from the beginning.
speaking of presidents,
Yes.
if you ever get the opportunity, because a lot of people like to watch Biden's fuck ups, go and watch George W. Bush
Damn it.
Jr.'s fuck up bloopers, presidential bloopers. That's
Hang
all
on,
you gotta
hold
look
that
at.
thought. The Gulf War,
They'll go, yeah.
August 2nd, 1990.
Oh, woo woo.
I don't
Yeah.
know shit about anything.
And that one's real rough too, man. But I
Anyway,
guess because they
yes.
were burning the oil fields and they breathed all that shit in, and
Yeah.
A lot of them have serious fucked up issues that the government was like, you'll be fine. But that's I don't know though, man. That's
Anyway,
I probably wouldn't like it. Anyways, look at the bloopers for presidents. And my favorite one from George W. is like playing golf. And he's like, we need to get together with all the nations and stop terrorism, do everything in our power to stop terrorism. And then he's like 2 seconds later, he's like, now watch me drive this ball. And he hits it and he gets in the golf cart and he's sitting there like, you know, like whenever you went with your dad golfing for the first time, you remember how you sat in the golf cart like this?
Yeah.
With your feet up on the thing? That's how he was sitting, yo. The president of the United States.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't see why that's bad, though. He's just a human.
I think it's awesome.
Get comfy. Yeah.
The
Plus,
president is a person to
was that, which Bush was that?
Oh, Junior.
baby
Okay.
Bush.
Yeah,
Baby
G-Dub. All right. So, yeah.
Duh.
He was the president where I tend to think of like, oh, I want to have a beer with him. You know,
Yeah.
like that was the beginning of that time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
wanting to have a beer with that guy with his foot up on the fucking golf cart. Let's get it.
He'd been better than Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton would have been a cool one just to be around.
Hell yeah.
I would have liked Obama. I think
Yeah.
Obama, his comedic level was above all. The other ones, I think they just fucked up by accident. One's a Texas retard. And then, but you have Obama that he really goes out. He goes out of his way. Like he actually has comedic value. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing in the comedy realm.
Yeah.
I like that. Other than the fact he drank the motherfucking Flint water. Other than that, he did a lot of fucked up shit. Never mind. But all presidents do, I guess. People need to get off that, I guess.
Like, whenever you're making massive decisions for 4 years, shit's gonna get a little wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine running a country.
I can imagine.
I could
can't.
definitely imagine. I would have
No.
so much fun.
I wouldn't do it.
So
I'd like,
much
stop,
fun.
ask
We're going
more questions.
mudding the first of every month.
Yes.
Mudding with Adam.
The Ukraine put out a statement. I don't know. I think it's pretty true. That anybody who wants to join the military over there, like come and fight, you can come. Like you don't have to have they don't even care if you have a passport or anything. If you come, they'll give you arms and like whatever they got, and you can fight with them.
Yeah.
Ain't that fucking cool? Nobody. This is where we're at. We talked about this a while back, right? We're to a point where we don't need conflict. We don't need wars. We don't need more. We just need to work together peacefully, right? We talked about that because
Diplomacy.
yeah. What do you do in that situation when you've conquered a lot of the diseases? We're at that point where we're living as long as we possibly can right now. Our progression's there. I mean, we have everything, right? You got to make up conflict. What the fuck did Putin do? He was just like, that I want a little bit more territory. No reason. There was no reason behind it. He's just like, I want that territory and those people. So he's like,
And those people.
here's a war. Let me
We
just
damn
drop on.
humans.
You get what I'm saying? You have to create a war. I think we'll do the same. Just like motherfucking Iraq war, we'll go in saying we're going to fight the Russians, and somehow, some way, we'll get into it with China. I guarantee you.
Well, I think he's just bringing back like the old school mentality of like, all right, well, let's go conquer this. Let's get us a little more land. And then at the same time, it's like, look, you people of the world, you're talking all your shit. You're not going to do anything. Because if you do, it's fucking on.
I know he's a
pushing
fucking psycho.
buttons.
I think a lot of world leaders, especially like Kim Jong Il, Jin Chin, who the fucking president of China or the ruler of China?
I don't know.
Jin Ching. It starts on like an X.
China guy.
Yeah, Jin Ching. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that guy, and then Putin, they're like big ass, even our leader, big ass babies.
What are you talking about? They make pancakes together.
Baby
Ain't no
men.
baby about that.
Fucking angry little baby men that fucking, you're playing with my toys and I don't like it. And then they fucking cry and fucking throw a tantrum and fuck Putin. If I was in a room alone with this guy, I would fucking shove
wreck
something in
you.
his ass and
He
then
was
I'd kill him.
KGB, son. He would rape and murder
No,
you.
just in a room, just me and him.
Yeah, you and him.
No
Putin
weapons, no other
would
people.
destroy you.
Whatever.
Putin's a bad motherfucker, dude.
I don't know. I'd like to see that. I feel like Adam can definitely kick ass. Like Putin has no access to weapons or poison or anything like that.
I'm assuming this is like hand to hand.
Absolutely.
Like man to man.
He might get his ass kicked for sure, but I'd still like to see it. It'd be a great fight.
I know.
I'd happily watch it.
Yeah.
I know.
Putin wins every time.
I'm a fan of getting my ass whooped, but I would like the chance to try with this dude because I hope, this is what I think is unfair. Look, all of it's unfair, but this is like majorly. If you like do a thought experiment right now, right? Close your eyes. Don't do it if you're in a car. Close your fucking eyes and imagine living life like fucking normal, going to a library and getting Starbucks coffee and fucking driving your car, doing your shitty job, living your shitty life. And then somebody out of nowhere drops a motherfucking bomb in the middle of your city and completely turns your shit upside down. And nobody was even fighting or said anything. Ukraine didn't say you're a bitch. And then he had to drop a bomb. They were just like, I want that land. And then, like, what would you do if somebody dropped a bomb and everything's
Starbucks
fucked up?
in Ukraine.
There's a Starbucks in Ukraine. But you get what I'm saying? Can you fucking imagine how they feel right now? And a lot of people died, but can you imagine everything?
Death and all, but what about the library?
Everything. Being crumbled. Everything.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It'd be rough, man, but you also have to think, well, we live next to Russia. It's been escalating for a while, and I stayed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if Indiana's talking shit for 2 years. Like,
And
oh,
say,
what are they doing on my lawn? They were talking crazy for 2 years. Get the fuck out of Dodge.
And obviously they weren't strong enough to do really any damage to Russia.
I saw a video of some people that live in Ukraine, and there was a Russian tank, and all of these people, there was like probably hundreds of these people just walked up to the tank to like fuck the people up inside the tank.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, we're not having this.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely not.
They don't like even look at it, and that's somebody brought that up like that's some big deciding factor. And I said it to you like that, but there's a lot of people protesting within Russia against the war because they were like, we didn't want this or ask for it. But if you look back at the 60s and us in Vietnam and shit like that, and whenever we've been at war, we're like feeling like we're righteous and this is we should do this, and then you have people that protest and shit like that because the peace people, they want peace, they don't want to, and U.S. feels like they're justified and we're doing something morally right and democracy and fucking do stuff, right? Capitalism, right?
Do stuff.
But what's that saying that is it Carl Jung that fucking said, is Carl Jung or Jordan Peterson?
They're one and the same at this point.
Yeah, that said, whoever's the victor in the war is who's morally right and shit like that. Yeah. So you both fight over it, but it's whoever wins that history sees. I
don't know who the hell said that.
I know.
Oh,
I'm paraphrasing because I said
it doesn't
like
matter. The idea remains the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whoever's put in history as the winner is who's morally right or, whatever.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, that their cause was the greatest cause because they won.
Yeah, because they won.
Yeah.
I mean, they can spin it that way, but you can look at history and you think, okay, well, they took their territory and enslaved the people. You can't look at that as being morally right. They don't necessarily have the moral high ground. It's just, oh, yeah, well, God was on our side. But moral or not, God supported them.
What if you paint them like they did, let's see, like Muslim people, you paint them as they're all, they don't preach Christianity. They're all out to get you. They're all planning a terrorist attack and all this shit. Like they fucking paint them so bad.
Right.
And then once you go to war, I mean, everybody's up in arms. You saw that with that war. And then 20 years later, you got fucking soldiers like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like a lot of things are unjustified, and I don't think that we should allow a leader to govern. I know that we've had this argument before, but I just don't. It should be more about the people. We know it's not with the elections and with the two-party system. We know it's not about the people.
It is with the elections and stuff.
But it's that they don't give a fuck what you vote for. They're going to put what they want in there.
Yeah. But those are the people that are getting voted for. And the people vote for them.
Right.
And they make the argument, oh, well, these are the only choices I have. I don't want to waste my vote on someone that's not going to go to war for no good reason. So I'm going to vote for this guy that will because he's better than this other guy that will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Because Sarah talked about it. And of course, she's a devil's advocate always, right? So she was like,
She's a devil.
goddamn devil. So she said that, as much as you just can't have like just free roam people just doing what the fuck ever, because shit's just going to get weird and people are going to like rape each other and, pistol whip one another.
Butt stuff is on the rise.
Yeah, butt stuff is definitely happening. So I get that, right? But I feel as if the stipulations for you being a leader of an entire country have to be more strict. Like the guy we have right now, let's face it, the rest of the world is looking at us like you're like
at
frail
least he's not
ass
Trump.
U.S. Yeah, but at least he's not,
Right.
And I get that. That's cool. You want him out, but not. I mean, look at him.
Oh, I'll take Biden for sure.
You would take Biden over Trump right now.
Absolutely.
Would you take?
I would take anybody. You could name anyone. I'll take Charles Manson over Trump.
Oh, I was going to
Tired
say
of the
somebody else
motherfucker.
over
Charles
Biden.
Manson would just be fun.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Somebody else over Biden. Somebody
Well,
needs to take
for sure, I would
Biden's
take
spot.
somebody else. Yeah. But
I'm tired of all this surf music. Get Manson out of office.
At least, I'll tell you, at least, when it comes to, as much as I don't vote and I don't give a shit about him, I think that other countries looked at us like he might just push the button on the nukes. So we might not want to fuck with him. Now they're like, we could possibly invade the United States. You know what I mean? That's the conversations with the world. And Russia could do it. Russia could gang up on us with China. And they could probably fucking win at this point. No, I don't know. I'm just playing around. If somebody gets mad at it, it's probably because I just talked about like religion, politics, and some other shit in the same conversation.
But,
My bad.
If you can't talk about those things, then you're just an idiot.
Childbirth, I think was the other one.
What?
People
Yeah,
get fucked
it was
up on
babies.
childbirth. Babies.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want babies, therefore, well, we must be Satan.
We were watching this thing about Michael Jordan, right?
Oh yeah, we finally are watching The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Jordan
So
fan
good.
now.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I never knew. Well, I mean, everyone knows Jordan, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jordan.
It's just really good.
Yeah.
Even Rodman's story, I like.
Yeah, dude. Rodman's awesome.
I hate that he has so many issues, and like, I mean, dude's only worth like $500,000
I
now.
was like, we're going to the championship. No, man. I'm just going to go wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I fucking love them.
I do.
He's a treasure.
Yeah, I like a person that knows what they want.
Yeah, I think what I like most about Rodman, above all the other ones that have presented themselves on there, is the fact that the dude was seriously like, this is just who I am and what I want to do. It has nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah.
I just want to do this shit, and I'm going to do it. That's why he's like, wrestling, I'm going to go buy a motorcycle. I'm going to take 2 weeks off of basketball. Like that, you're making millions playing basketball. He's like, he doesn't give a fuck about that. He just wants to do.
I'm going to go live my life. Good luck finding somebody to rebound and play defense
No
like
No
I do.
shit. I like it, man.
No,
God.
I think we're in. We might be about to start the 6th episode of it, so
Yeah.
we're about halfway through.
Yeah, dude.
Quite enjoyable.
It's been a minute since I've watched it, so I don't remember the overall arc of everything, but it's so good.
Yeah, I'm very happy that we're finally watching it. I don't know why it took so long.
God, I forget there's a part where like Gary Payton's talking and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was holding him or whatever." It shows Jordan. He's like, "Gary, I got respect for Gary, but come on."
Yes.
I don't think I quite understand what would be the benefit of telling a team that is obviously on back-to-back 6, like telling them that we're going to disband and rebuild the team that is winning back-to-back championships. Like, what is the point of that? Like, is there, speaking from somebody who like thinks about a lot and works things in their heads, like what would be the point of doing that?
Yeah, why would you say we're getting rid of Phil?
Well, the point is that you're an idiot.
Oh, the person. Okay, I was like, why is he
Because I
an
mean,
idiot?
it's the idea of like, it ties into the idea of war. Like the people that are making the decisions about the war aren't the people that are going and doing it.
Right.
It's like if you're running a basketball team that's winning games out the ass, like, oh yeah, we can break it up. It's fine. We can recreate this because we are Chicago.
Yeah.
But no.
Dude just wants to be in control.
Yeah, they're not on the floor. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
But they're thinking, oh, we could save a little money and we can build towards something in the future. But it's like, no, you're not just gonna.
You can't just find another Michael Jordan and.
Hey, there's a reason that
Scottie
there had
Pippen.
not been a team such as them prior to.
Yeah. and
this is the team.
There still hasn't been. Like the Warriors got close, but
not there.
no.
Do you think LeBron James, because that's the only one I could think that is mentioned so much that even basketball people or non-basketball watchers know his name and know a lot about him, shit like that. Is LeBron on that level of,
Yeah, LeBron
Kobe and
is.
shit?
I mean, he's not as good,
No. Yeah,
but I mean, he is fucking amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But I
And he
think
does good things for society, but LeBron can suck nuts.
There will never be another Jordan.
No.
If anyone is
well, there
ever
probably will be.
better, I would be surprised.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
motherfucker's wild.
LeBron is pretty much like a representation of an individual who is incredible,
Yeah.
but sucks ass at leading a team.
Yeah.
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 Like Jordan, it's like, all right, come on, work with me, get on my level, or fuck you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, but coming from
Plus
like,
Pippen.
I don't really give a
Dude.
shit about basketball, or I mean, like sports that you can watch, like
Why are we
televised.
talking about baseball?
I fucking hate baseball too. I love playing it, but I hate it.
This isn't lacrosse.
But there, it's hard to be a Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan forewent a lot of stuff in his personal life and a lot of stuff around him, a lot of stuff personally growing up, just to practice the game and get better and get to a level that he is, right? It sounds so simple, right? If you love something, fucking just turn everything else off and fucking do it, right? That sounds good. That's exactly what makes a phenomenal genius.
Where's the
phenomenal, what?
Where's the butt?
The butt what?
It sounds like you're going to say
Yeah,
that.
like you're building up
Oh,
to
no.
like, this is the greatest idea ever, but
Yeah, the butt would come in where like it's so hard to do. Like a lot of people think, oh, I can just do this or whatever. But we as humans, we like that social connection. We like that we think we're obligated to do this and that and have a job and go have a wife and a kid or whatever. But I feel like people like Michael Jordan and, great musicians and great artists and shit, they forewent a lot. A lot of them didn't even have a significant other because they were so focused on the one thing. That, like Tesla, never had a girlfriend, never had a wife, never had a kid. He was just always about electricity. That's it.
yeah.
So that's why there won't be another Michael Jordan for a while, because it's hard to do that.
Yeah, it's the difference between greatness and goodness.
Yeah.
Are you going to dedicate everything to this one thing? Or do you want to be good and have this other shit?
Yeah. And most
like
people want the other.
Larry Johnson. Like, he was badass, but, he wanted to be grandmama.
Nah,
Who doesn't?
That's true.
it's like we were sitting at a concert out in Paintsville or wherever it was.
I think that's where it was.
And Tyler
Sounds made
Childers,
up.
right? And it
does. Yeah.
I was watching the people around us, and of course, all of them pretty much were drinking and they're partying, getting weird, and fucking just yelling like jacked, right?
Hooting.
Thousands of people doing that, right? And then you have one guy on stage that these thousands of people have pushed to superstardom. A lot of people know him, right? There's people who create and do and forego everything else,
Yeah.
mostly, for the most part. And then there's people who consume that shit.
Yeah.
The world creates a shitload more consumers than it does those people that are willing to like tune all the consuming out
Yeah.
and create the stuff that you're consuming. So the majority of us, clearly one in, how many ever thousands were in that fucking stadium. That's the difference. That's the fucking
yeah.
ratio.
But I mean, it has to be that way.
And
Oh,
is
yeah.
it the world creating it, or is it just that there's more mediocre people versus superstars?
The world
Yeah.
supercharges consumerism, right? That's like, they teach you that when you come out of the womb, I guess. But I think that it has something
Here,
to do
baby,
with.
here's $1.
Oh yeah.
Go get a drink.
Here's one marshmallow. Don't worry about the 2 later that you could have and all that shit. Here's one. Here and now, kid. But
Slap their ass and give them cab fare.
that's right.
Yep.
But that's, I think that it plays into it as well, that there's a shitload more mediocre. And even people that like feel like they're just great are mediocre in the sense. Because, which you don't need the accolades to feel great or do great or be great. But in general, there's a small amount of people who are truly great.
Yeah, but if you look up at the night sky and it's just full of stars, then it's not really the night sky. It's just a bright ass light.
Yeah, that's
and
a good way.
Who would be there to suck everybody's dick if everybody was great?
Mm-hmm. Now,
whatever. But the whole thing
there
about
has to be the best dick sucker.
Yeah,
for sure.
This is all you're doing. You're sucking everybody's dick. They're gonna shine.
We're a group of
Lil'
people.
Kim.
This is what we love to do.
And the Tyler
about?
Childers guy, I was anti him because of his name,
Which is fucking
but
stupid.
then no,
Yes.
it's fine.
It's fine. Oh, okay.
But coming back from Indy with Omen, like he threw on some of his stuff.
He's wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was sold.
If you weren't such a twat,
Yeah,
you would have known.
I haven't listened to him since, but I respect him now.
Yeah.
Because there was some of his stuff, it really was just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But then he played me some of his more quote unquote commercial shit. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I could see where some of my hate is still justified.
Yeah.
But when he's good, he's good.
Oh, yeah. When he's on, he's fucking on.
I can't crap on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I guess you have to. There's a guy that I listen to, and I guess he's getting bigger now. Fuck me. The dude that they showed us, fucking Zach Bryan. Sorry, Zach Bryan. He fucking he has all these songs. He has quite a few good ones, right? I started listening to him a while back when he was doing shit in this little building, and it was crappy. But I've noticed that this dude has a shitload of songs, and it's almost like he writes it as he goes, and he's just like, I'm going to play these chords again, and I'm going to say some words to him again, and one of them are going to hit. It's almost like he puts out a shitload of them to get the one that's like good.
Yeah.
It took 100 songs to get to Godspeed or Heading South. Or
take the necessary time to write a decent song every time. Let's just pump out 1,000,000 of them, and one of them will hit.
It's a good part about being a folk singer. You don't have to have structure. You just have to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sound halfway decent.
But I can see it both ways, because Ryan Adams kind of goes that route. It's just
Yes, he does.
more stuff than you could possibly listen to, but each song just resonates with people differently. So when you might release a song, it's like 3 people think it's the best song ever.
Right.
Yeah.
But also like with Van Gogh, like he had way more shit than most people. And it's like, oh, it's not all Starry Night, but look at it. That output, man.
Yeah. It is odd, though. Like, why did the Starry Night become so fucking big?
Because it's awesome.
Well,
It's
Gaze
fine,
upon
but-
it and tell me it's trash.
I think just like you said, that some things are specific to a small group of people, right? They're like, oh, I've lived this. I know this. Like that's probably like dudes up in the hills and shit. They're like, yeah, I get it. When it comes to Van Gogh, and
my
then
wife and my shine, and this speaks to me.
and it speaks to me. But I think there's certain things that come along, like Feather-Headed Indian, and then Godspeed, Headed South, fucking you name it, Starry Night. Like those things speak to people, and like a vast majority of people all together, because it's a very generalized, specific thing, and everybody's like, shit, we all go through this, right?
Yeah.
Like
Like
if
if
you're
properly romanticized it.
Yeah. And then it's like situations like death. Everybody can relate. Situations like anything. Getting your driver's license. Everybody does it.
Losing your
usually.
wallet.
Yeah. Everybody's done it. Yeah. So you have
Never.
to generalize, but very specific and heartfelt.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, fuck, we can all get on this.
But you have to keep it vague enough to where people can put their own shit on it.
Right. Yeah. You can't put like names on it. Like,
Yeah.
like Brittany Sutherland or some shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you pick a name, that would actually probably fly. Everybody knows a Brittany Sutherland. She's the one that got away.
Man, what?
I know two.
It's a country song.
I know two. They both got away.
It's a country song. It's a folk song. Country song.
Country is not good.
Not
terrible.
usually.
No, some of it is. It's fine.
Ugh.
But whenever I stop to get my drinks like I do, there was a car next to me, like loudly blasting country music.
So awful.
And I was like, yeah, my gut reaction was like, ah, Jesus Christ, this again.
Again.
But then I thought, what if they're doing it right? They're just like into the simplistic shit. They're like, I'm about living my good life. I'm celebrated. And I'm the asshole because I was listening to the last episode of our podcast. These people are doing it up, getting it, and I'm still living in the past.
Dude,
Living in yourself.
Yeah.
I drive and
I wasn't
shit.
even listening to you guys. I was like, what am I
Look at
saying?
me. Yeah.
When I'm driving or if I'm thinking and shit like that, and the stuff that we watch and stuff and talk about, I'm just like, I don't know. I think that a lot. Like I want to trade places with those people sometimes because I'm so deep into my head and so like everything. I feel every emotion. I feel every thought. I feel every situation a million times over. I just want to be simple sometimes. I want to put a dip in my fucking thing and listen to some fucking Hank Williams and go Mud and
which one?
Junior. I don't like
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying though?
They're all the right answer, but I just want to know where your head is.
God, I don't want to listen to country for any reason.
God, I don't give a shit which Hank it is. They're all gold.
Oh. Well, we were watching something and country came on and it was so fucking loud. It was like the background music. I said, oh my God, like, is it just going to keep going?
Yeah.
Fucking end it now.
I tell you, end it.
I can't.
Done with your shit.
There is some
Horse
there's one
fuckers.
that I have a guilty pleasure, and it's super fucking that just country that eats at you. It's I Drive Your Truck from Lee Bryson. The only reason is
Sounds
because
terrible.
it kind of is, but it
is
came
awful.
out like the same time that Adam passed and shit. So I'm always like, I wish I had. I like listen to them like, I wish I had your Subaru, man. I get all teary eyed. It's my guilty pleasure, man. I would drive your Subaru.
But it's just that song, right? It's not like everything he ever made.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I can
that song.
accept one song.
It's so weirdly specific for you.
I jam that. I turn it all the way up anytime it's on or comes across my phone. Always.
Yes. I
Yeah,
can
it's
accept
terrible.
one song.
Yeah, in that instance, it's fine.
Yeah.
But as long as you can look at it and objectively say it's garbage, then you're fine.
Just like I
Otherwise,
like Hillary
it's
Duff,
indefensible.
and I know she's
hell
terrible,
yeah.
but I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
She's not even that good of a singer. She has like her register like right here. She can hit like 3 notes. She sings like I do. I have 3 notes that sound good, and everything else is garbage.
Yeah, and there's that band, The Myriad. Like, the dude's vocal range, like, the whole album is essentially right in the middle. But I love it.
I'm a fan of a guilty pleasure.
Oh yeah.
I don't even feel guilt.
No,
I guess I do from the sense that it's typically considered to be like a Christian band.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, what? Really?
Awesome.
But yeah.
No, when I listen to Hillary Duff, I crank that shit.
It's
It's
bad.
so good.
It's the way to do
So
it.
bad.
Yeah, it is so bad.
I for some reason I don't know why,
So good.
Blah, blah.
but after you talked about it and like, oh, I like her so much, I friended her on Instagram, and it did not help the situation. I fucking hate her more. She's almost like not so weird Gwyneth Paltrow. Just because how she is and the things
Is it
that
because
she
she's
buys.
blonde?
No. The things she buys and is into, I'm like, you're just like every other blonde, white, rich,
Well, she's
dumb.
Finding,
No, I'm just joking. I'm
she's
playing.
making money off of stuff. Like
I know, she's like
baby
selling
clothes
diapers
and baby
and shit.
food, and I mean, she has kids. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit
Sneakers
about
and baby
organic
clothes.
diapers?
Thinking all we're doing is running and fucking.
You know what would be awesome though, because she's always putting on this act of like, I'm a fucking mom, like worried about the kids, make clothes and shit.
It's
She
not an
beats
act
the
if you
fuck
actually
out of
have
her
a kid.
kids.
Oh, okay.
Like when the camera's off,
I'll give you that.
she's just like fucking whips, like that'd be awesome. Yeah, man, kicks them and shit. That'd be cool.
That'd be terrible.
She'd get more
Why
respect
would
from
that
me.
be cool?
I know. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, shit.
Nah, it would be cool. I'm with you.
Yeah, you get it.
Beat them kids.
You get it.
Put on the facade.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what? Did you?
What?
Oh shit! Did you watch the halftime show?
Clearly on
Not
all
like the football
cylinders.
game, but
What?
did you watch the halftime
Yeah,
show?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. I like the
God.
fact.
How long ago was that?
Oh shit! Am I late? I didn't watch Super Bowl. I didn't know when
I
it
think
was,
it
but I
was, like,
watched
last
it on
week,
like
wasn't it?
YouTube this morning.
Either way. Yeah, I
feel-
watched it because I watched the game.
Oh yeah, fuck that. That's
and
terrible.
it happened to be on.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it though. It was
No.
fine.
I like that they're in their older years. I mean, they're like pushing about 50. Some
Well, I
of
mean,
them.
Snoop looks about the same.
I know, dude. That's fucking
Dr.
wicked.
Dre looks good.
Yeah.
Eminem had his hood up.
It wasn't
So-
last week. It was the weekend before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they
'cause last
look
weekend
great.
we went to Danner's kid's first birthday
Aw.
party.
Hey,
It was
Danner.
Dr. Seuss themed.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Engel was there.
Did he wear a hat? It'd be awesome to see him in a cat in a hat.
Well, yeah, I mean, there were the paper ones that were passed out, so we all kind of had those on. And, yeah.
That's awesome.
I ended up breaking mine just because my head's too fat and
Yeah.
it snapped. Yeah.
We should have a Dr. Seuss themed Tuesday. I mean,
No.
well, Ian and I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Fuck you.
We
You
can-
can make us popcorn.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Don't burn it.
Is there a slave in Dr. Seuss? Like somebody who like is
Yeah,
an
probably
errand boy?
not.
Like an errand boy
Have you ever read Dr. Seuss?
or a butler?
No.
No,
No,
Fuck.
no, no.
'Cause that could be
Cats
that.
Sneeches and
Things,
cats.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like wear dusty clothes and shit.
No, there was a
Here's your water.
tablecloth with like a bunch of his books on it, and I realized how few I've read.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got a
he's-
fuck
he's
ton.
It's like, oh, save Dr. Seuss. I haven't read it, so I don't know.
Look this. You should look into Dr. Seuss's dark period. He has an entire he has a collection of art that dark, seriously dark. Yeah, go look at it.
It's pretty cool.
How dark?
It's like I don't.
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know.
Is it like
exactly
dark for
how.
Seuss, or is it like
Mm,
fucking
It's
dark?
like he drew Cat in the Hat, but only in gray. Thing one
let's
and thing
see.
two, they're just black.
They're just blobs
They're
of
not,
stuff.
they're not even they're not books or anything. They're just like art, like painting arts. But yeah, okay. So I would say it's more of Dr. Seuss dark. So not like Charles Manson dark, but Dr. Seuss dark.
Okay, thank God.
Just like they're like weird shit. He still draw
Oh,
like
okay. Yeah,
like the same characters and shit.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, but yeah, and it's like weird, just stuff like that. It's not,
That reminds me of a video by the Killers.
yeah,
Maybe that's where
it's
they're.
like a
Ooh,
evil
that's
cat,
cool.
evil
All
cat.
right.
Yeah.
I
So
wonder
Dark
if you
Seuss,
can
yeah.
get like an original Dr. Seuss painting from that time.
yeah, they're out
God.
there.
Probably cost a buttload.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it'd be
they're out
cool
there.
as shit.
Originals are hard to come by.
I'd like to have that cat.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
of course.
I would assume that there's not like people aren't selling them left and right.
You gotta
probably
wait for him
hanging
to
on.
die.
We're never going to show you the cat
Nope.
Yeah.
that we're talking about.
I'm
Look
going
it
to.
up.
But he's doing a thing. He's like, there's some snapping or whatever going
Ah.
on, looking all evil and shit.
I'll put it in. I'll put it in the video.
You won't.
Will you?
Yeah, right down
No.
5758.
You said you were going to put things in the description. And
Oh,
I haven't
I'd like
seen
to
thing
get-
one.
I like to get people in there because I'm sure that a lot of people are like, yeah, man, I'll hit the like button, and they think about it, and then when they get to the video, they don't. So it's just my payback. Get my paybacks.
That's right. Look at you.
My paybacks.
Payback.
Get my paybacks.
Well, y'all want to be done?
No.
No, man.
Adam has to call it.
Oh,
Don't you suggest an end
Maybe
time?
suggest that.
Are you the fucking host?
if I want to be.
I mean, if y'all, I mean, what it is?
I don't know. I
It
want to
does.
talk about The
What it might
Lighthouse.
be.
Okay.
I think it's a movie that everybody should watch.
Hell yeah. Here, I'm gonna go.
The lighthouse.
Yeah.
Where you going? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go out here real quick.
What are you doing? You're escaping.
Man, shut the fuck up. Listen to me while she's gone.
That's
All right.
right.
All right. It has Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson in it. It's these two dudes, like, it's set like the 1890s, I think, like in New England.
Okay.
At a lighthouse. And they're these dudes, they run the lighthouse, and it's black and white. It's like full frame, you know, it's not widescreen.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah. They kind of run a lighthouse and they go crazy, and it's fantastic.
Damn it, dude.
Like, it was getting rave reviews and shit. So, I mean, it's not like I'm breaking any new ground.
Right.
But Couch made me buy it. And, yeah, I'm happy that I did.
I like it, though.
So
'cause,
good.
Yeah, you can't even tell it's... I mean, at first glance, anyways. I'm sure you can when he starts to talk and shit. But you don't think he's going to turn into a vampire or nothing.
What? No. No, it turns out, outside of the Twilight stuff, Pattinson is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about the new Batman movie, but he's awesome regardless.
You don't think
But
he'll do well?
I think it
Ooh.
will, and people are going to love it. Yes, Willem Dafoe is the man in that
yeah,
movie.
He kills, man.
He's got like a pipe going on. He's got the fucking beard, and he's talking about, oh, yeah, aye, boy, you know, kind of shit, and lad and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I like, man, he's out there. And some, like, even in, like, Boondock Saints was a weird one that I watched of him that I think that he was just, like, awkward, and it's hard to be that awkward, but he probably just is.
the man is a master
I've watched
of
interviews with
acting.
him. Yeah.
I mean, again, that's nothing new, but he's so fucking good.
Yeah, I'm going to
'Cause
have to check it out.
His character easily could have gone into the realm of just like comedic bullshit,
Yeah.
but now he feels like a true character that's just so deeply ingrained in like the lore of the sea and shit like that. Like, he is a fucking captain.
It's awesome.
But in his twilight years, you know, he's an aging captain
Yeah.
that just stays true to it.
I don't understand how people are good at acting. Like, really phenomenal at
Yeah.
it. It is
I mean,
beyond
I guess
my
I don't
comprehension.
either.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is, don't they? So, being an actor, which I know back in the day, it was harder for people to do like multiple takes because they'd be pretty expensive to do. But now, you just like hit the button, delete it, and then we're just gonna go again. It's digital.
Well,
They don't
see,
give a
this
shit.
movie was not. It was shot on
Ah.
film.
There you go. See,
And they
it's
made
difference.
like shit specifically for it to like capture the shit. And they had
Yeah.
like the lighting of it. There would be like, there was one scene, it was just them. I mean, the whole movie, it's just them. But they're in this room and they have a light in the center, like at the center of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only light for the scene.
Oh, that's awesome.
And with the black and white shit, like they said, it had to be like, the light was essentially blinding.
Yeah, I guarantee
And
it.
Oh, really?
Pattinson was like, I couldn't see him at all. So I was like, is the whole movie gonna be like this? So they're just acting with each other, but they can't see shit because there's this
That's
bright
weird.
ass light.
It's gonna be terrible.
But it's shot beautifully. And the acting, my God.
Well, this, so I think that it comes from years of doing it, but also like the takes, right? Like, I don't put the shitty takes on music that I do.
Right.
Sometimes I do because I'm an idiot, but
Well, I can't do any better. So
yeah, I'm
this
just
is what
like,
you get.
this is the best.
Buy my album.
This is the best I got. But that's they do a lot of takes, but it comes from that it's just an art, I guess. But I would like to try to do it again because I like that little thing that you put together,
Yeah.
and then we did. I like that.
Oh,
But I
come
think
on.
that-
We put it together.
I think we could build on that, man. Not on that specifically, but build on lighting,
Things
filming,
in general.
acting. Yeah.
Man, I thought, fuck, I don't remember why I thought it. But, oh, yes. Okay. So I was watching this video on YouTube about like Egyptians and shit, and they brought up the difference between like Egyptians and Nubians. And this video that I watched specifically that inspired me, he was talking about other people that were talking about the Nubians and how they were like, some people say they're the same as the Egyptians and all this other crap, but he was making his argument, and he said, he was like, unlike some morons, you know. So I thought, like, with the cryptozoologist guy, he needs to have like an antagonist or whatever. There needs to be like a competing crypto guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is like, oh well, idiot over here doesn't know what he's talking about.
Like that. Sorry.
Yeah, so that just adds an element to it that I hadn't considered before.
Yeah, man. Like that dude from the team of Storm Chasers in Twister. Like the
Yes.
other guys.
Absolutely.
Yes,
They're always
we
in
need
it.
the other guy.
One's rough and rugged and of the land and just like we piece this truck together by fucking like whatever. And then this
Trash.
guy who has like all this money and
Yeah.
spent millions.
Hell yeah.
I like that. You have to have that. That's
have
good.
to.
It's an awesome one. But
I
then you
like
got to
that
find
example.
another person to be a cryptozoologist.
It's okay. You can find a crypto
Don't
guy.
look at me like that.
Yeah. I figure you could do it, or we could find somebody that.
Oh,
Could do
yeah,
it.
because you're the other guy.
Yeah, I'm the
and
other
I'm
guy.
the other guy.
Sarah's the lady.
Oh, done.
I'm
need
a
it. Yeah,
lady.
there you go.
Ooh.
Do you get to be like the of the land person, or do you get to be the rich snob person?
Oh,
Which one wins the?
I'm the. I kind of look at my character. He's essentially Dr. Sex Woods.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you're the snob.
No,
I'm
yeah.
joking. I know
Yeah.
I'm joking.
No, I'm the completely incapable moron that thinks he's great.
Nice.
And you'll be the guy with money.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
But I'll
keep
actually
ballin'.
see them, so. I don't know. You know what? This isn't a brainstorming session.
I know, but it
Yeah.
is though.
Yeah,
Isn't
thank
all
you.
sessions brainstorm sessions?
No, I have kind of thought about like past episodes where like I would say stuff sometimes like as a means of keeping track
Oh,
of notes
yeah.
that I want to make to myself, and then I don't go back and listen to it and save it.
And there's
So there are
many
ideas
now.
floating around where I'm like, well, fuck, we're too far along.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
never go back. Those ideas are dead.
There's definitely a lot of ideas and talk throughout 140 episodes. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Just please don't take any ideas after the 100th episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like forever, or like once we get to like 200, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
have
like-
from 100 to 150.
Yeah, give me like 100 episode buffer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can do that.
Beyond that, it's public domain.
Yeah.
Nice, man. What if somebody that listens like brought it to life? Would be pretty cool.
It'd be awesome.
Well,
to
then
see.
I'd regret saying that. Yeah, you can have it. Where's my 5%?
That's right.
Give me a cut.
Give me a cut.
Look, just say that right
Oh,
there.
so
If
There you
you
go.
take it,
For
I
one-
get 5% guaranteed.
Yeah, if you don't give me my 5%, I'm gonna kill your dog.
Yes. I'm
for
gonna eat
one,
it.
But I'll
we
let your
went
cat live.
and checked out the K-Mac Poetry Slam
What?
last night. K-Mac Poetry
Oh,
Slam.
okay, yeah, no.
Brought to you by, I believe
Lance.
it's just Lance Newman. But I think there's another guy too. I forgot his name, but it's on the website. Anyways, it's
Well,
like
it's
the
not
last
Lance, who cares?
Friday or Saturday, last Saturday of every month. And it's fucking awesome, man. If you get a chance, like, go down there next time with us. It was cool. We finally got a chance to do it. It was fucking dope.
I see your approach. You ask me on air so that I feel
You have to,
obligated
yeah,
to go.
obligated.
Well, you know what? No.
Yeah,
I don't even
because-
like poetry.
Because there's
No, it's not that bad. I thought it was
so
gonna be
many
worse.
people here to
I thought it was
pressure
gonna be
you.
so much worse than it
He's
was,
enough.
but it was not that bad. It was.
I don't like poetry either, actually.
yeah,
No,
it was
I thought it
good.
was great.
Oh, I like poetry.
There's
I'm
some
being
of
a
them
dick.
like it's like when you go to an
But
open
nice.
mic comedy night, right? There's some that just like bomb. There's some that are like meh, and there's some like oh shit, dude, they could do some stuff with their shit. But it was fun, and we met a couple people that could possibly be guests on the podcast, bring something interesting, maybe be an actor of sorts, and whatever we have. So that'd be cool.
Don't do it.
Cool.
Oh,
Go.
fucking excellent.
Yeah, no, I would like to have other people on.
Yeah. I told her, I was like, I'd like to get up there and like just do one of my things that I wrote. And I was like, it'd be so weird. But it'd be like comedy without like I don't know, you can
Without
get
the
them going.
laughing.
But yeah, the laughing and clapping and shit because they all snap, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
way you're not like interrupting them because that's not, which
You're
I
in, like,
didn't
a
snap
flow.
because I can't. But yeah,
Yeah.
so you don't like fuck up the
Please.
flow.
You need to like bring a
Golf clap.
one of those things and you just hit the thing and it's a clap.
Yeah.
Or a snap.
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 Yeah.
We'll have to get one of those for next time.
And then have a recording of a cricket noise for like if something's bad instead of booing. It's just,
That'd be rough. I don't know where I was going with that interpretation or that bringing up that subject, but
We saw a street cat when we got back to the truck.
Screet cat.
He was taking pictures and it was just sitting out there. It's a little street cat.
Oh, streaker.
Yeah, little scrizzle
it's
kizzle.
good that you didn't bring it home.
I really wanted to.
Oh man, one of Shelby's cats it was red and named the Scream, and like it got out one day. And Casper sent me a message earlier that like it's fully grown and it lives in the neighborhood and like the neighbors have been feeding it. So the Scream is thriving.
The Scream is thriving.
That made me happy.
I would assume like most cats would, unless they've been like in the house for far too long,
Like
and they're
Jackhammer.
like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
They get eaten the first 2 weeks.
Jackhammer would, I don't know, he has his moments. He might really get it. He might do okay, but I feel like he probably not.
Somebody would immediately start feeding him. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you, fat boy. You want some ham?
I had a point with that other shit I was saying. It was supposed to lead into something, and then I can't think about it. It's fucking driving me nuts.
We'll figure it out.
I know.
What else could we
blow some
feed
shit up.
Jackhammer?
Chicken.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Look at you, fat boy. You want some chicken and turkey?
Potato chips.
You adorable baby.
No,
What
it
do you
ain't coming
want?
to me.
Let me get you some
do you want us
steak.
to sit here for a minute?
No.
Let's get this fucking cat some venison.
Here, let's just sit in silence for a minute.
No. You good? You good? We good? All right. Thank you for joining us for episode 139. 145.
See? You're on my level
It's
now.
140 for sure.
Thanks for coming to episode 139.
Thank you for checking us out. If you made it this far, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you for
I
listening.
appreciate it at least a little.
Share with your friends because they're going to hate it too.
I hope you
Yeah.
liked it.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
hope they liked it.
That was episode 140. That's Sarah.
Hi.
That's Ian. And I'm me. Wildly Uninteresting podcast.